Hello, everyone. This is Andoni Almeida with Beryl Consulting Group, your host today. I am pleased to be joined by Roy Niederhoffer. Roy is the founder and president of R.G. Niederhoffer Capital Management, a firm that has pioneered quantitative trading for over 30 years. A Harvard-educated expert in computational neuroscience, Roy uses his deep understanding of human psychology and behavioral bias to navigate global markets. He is renowned for his contrarian investment style and his firm's ability to thrive during periods of extreme market volatility, such as the 2008 financial crisis. And beyond the markets, he is a dedicated philanthropist and musician, notably serving as the chairman of the board for the New York City Opera. Roy, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Let's jump right in. If most diversified portfolios ultimately collapse into the same underlying risk exposures during crises, what does true diversification actually look like in practice?
I think there are several factors that come into play during crises that tend to be present in pretty much every multi-strategy portfolio, every diversified portfolio. And actually, some of those factors have changed a little bit, more than a little bit over time. Obviously, equity direction is one of them. I think everyone knows that. But liquidity is one of them, that it's hard to find cash at those times. I think volatility is one of them. Market volatility tends to increase across every asset class. Obviously, there's been a pattern where VIX increases and you have dislocation, normal relationships don't hold. So any sort of convergence trades tend to expand and go out of whack. And then you have things that should be uncorrelated tending to correlate to one course. And typically you have a flight to quality, but that's the one that's really changed. Quality is something that used to be fixed income, sovereigns. But the real change in portfolio management has been that the 60-40 bedrock of portfolio construction is no longer applicable because of the threat of inflation from the 40 trillion of debt that we've accumulated in the US. If we do address any sort of dislocation with lower interest rates, well, the threat of inflation from those lower interest rates, from that liquidity, then creates a massive funding cost for the government. So we can't do what we've done every time there's been a crisis since October 19th, 87.